I just came across one of my neighbors, Cape Cobra, which I have not yet seen before. Doesn't look too old. It's not the one that I know from around the house. It's got an interesting mark. The lower section of the tail is completely black, and the only reason it's not mobile right now is because it's got a toad that it's busy eating. And myself and the dogs were walking along. Fortunately, I saw it in time and I did not disturb its meal. Just up ahead, but being totally non-threatening, completely unaggressive, and it's a very rare opportunity to actually see a wild Cape Cobra Naja Nivea on the reserve like this, living wild and free. And it just goes to show how very misunderstood these beautiful reptiles are. Most of the time they're completely disinterested in showing any signs of aggression unless they're disturbed, and even more rarely are they even seen by people. I have had another video where I saw a Cape Cobra near the house, which is a resident in that area, eating a toad, but it was not exposed like this one is, just out in the open on the road, one of the reserve roads here, just after sunset. And it just goes to show not to be complacent when walking around the area. Although it's getting much cooler in the evenings, these reptiles are definitely out and about. Cape Cobra does have neurotoxic venom, so it should be treated with great respect, and certainly not disturbed unnecessarily. Absolutely incredible to be able to see this beautiful reptile up close like this, and my incredibly well behaved companions are just waiting. You stay there, stay, good girls, you stay there. They've been trained since they were puppies not to show any aggression to wildlife on the property. And this cobra has nearly finished its meal. Just the toad's legs are remaining exposed. I'll keep filming because I'm curious to see what happens once the toad has been consumed, whether this cobra then moves off the road. I'd like to see where it's living, just so I can avoid that area and not disturb it unnecessarily, and of course for safety reasons. As long as snakes such as this are aware of your presence, that's fine, but I do not want to surprise it. Jacobson's organ, it's busy sniffing the air. The wind is actually blowing away from the snake towards me, so it's unlikely that it can even pick up on my scent, and I'm just staying very still at the moment. And there goes the toad. Again, very fortunate, incredible sighting to be able to see this reptile. Such a beautiful specimen. I see it's actually quite a lot bigger than I initially thought. And the toad is being gradually digested. Cobra is completely undisturbed. It's lovely. I'm very fortunate indeed that I didn't disturb it and that it would lose its meal. That sometimes happens with snakes that are disturbed while they're busy eating. They can abandon their meal, but they'll quite commonly return. Ah, lovely. Looks like it's about to move off. Alright. That's interesting behavior. It's actually wiping its head along the ground. Now, this is exactly why I didn't stop filming, because it's behaviors like that that are very interesting to see. Alright, now it's fully aware. I'm just going to back away. Let's not take any risks here. No, Amara, stay there. Sit. Amara, sit. Stay. They're far enough away. Alright, definitely letting me know now I'm an unwanted observer. But soon. And that just goes to show. It didn't hiss at me. It just hooted to let me know. Don't get any closer. I'm aware of your presence. And another beautiful example of just slowly backing away. There's no need to get any closer and show any kinds of aggression towards this beautiful reptile and resident on the reserve. It is a protected creature here. It serves an incredibly important function on this property as well, keeping everything in balance as a predator. And now it's starting to move off again. Just keeping my distance. I'm actually very lucky that I wasn't running along this road as I usually do at this time of the day. I'll have to be more aware of this particular area where the cobra is. I saw a cobra about a week and a half ago going into a mongoose burrow, also on the road where I walk past every single afternoon. Alright, I'm just going to tag behind it slowly. I'd like to see which area it's going. I see there's some holes up ahead. It might be going into one of those. Stay. Wait. You stay there, Amara. Leave it. Don't show any interest. Good girl. What a beautiful creature. Good puppies. You stay there, see? You've been very good. Now, it's starting to get dark. It's very much aware of my presence. Partial hood. Alright, there's a little hole. Absolutely incredible. A hole as small as that. Stay there. Alright. Now, it's not going in yet. Beyond that point, maybe the hole is too shallow. No? That gives me a good opportunity to get a better idea of its size. There's about 50 centimeters of it still sticking out of this hole. Black marking on its tail. I see there's another hole over there, and it could be connected, so it'd be very foolish for me to get any closer than that in case it decides to come out the other side of the hole. Ah, yes. Caution, not fear. I believe very strongly in not getting complacent around wildlife. If you respect the fact that it is potentially dangerous, you have a much better chance of inhabiting the same area without any issues. There's the last bit of tail going into that hole. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so fortunate to have seen this, and I'm delighted that this beautiful cobra is living here on the property. Wonderful. Alright friends, please don't kill snakes. They're our friends.